Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to the Rocky Railway. I am so happy that that train left you off at this station today because I have a wonderful story, 100% true, to tell you from the Bible. You know, life is fun if we have hope, but there are times in our life when we don't have any hope, and that's called helplessness. But I know a verse that I was reading in the Bible today, and it's from Psalms chapter 31, verse 24. And it says, "So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hopes in the Lord." Wow, isn't that a great verse? Today's story is going to focus on a man named Paul, and we know that Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. Now remember yesterday we learned about a man who went around the country trying to gather up all the Christ followers and throw them into jail. And he even had a letter from the high priest in the tabernacle to say that they could be put to death. And then my friend Ananias had to go and talk to this man because he had an experience with Jesus. He had a conversation with Jesus, and Jesus asked him why he was so angry. Why are you trying to get rid of my Jesus followers? And Saul said, well, because you're nothing but a liar. But after the conversation, Saul said, oh my goodness, you are God. And his friends had to take him into the town because God put a special blindness on him and he couldn't see. And that's why my friend Ananias had to go and pray over him. Remember how afraid he was? But when he met with Saul, he prayed on him and his eyes were healed and now he could see. Well, you'll not believe this, but now he's becoming the biggest preacher in our community. I mean, instead of going around trying to hurt Christians, he's now going around trying to make people become Christians, to tell them all about Jesus. Well, today we find that those religious leaders that helped him before now hate him. And they warned Paul to stop preaching, and because he didn't, they threw him into jail himself. So when he was in jail, he knew he would have to go to trial, but because he was born in Rome and was a Roman citizen, he said to the people there, you can't try me here. I'm a Roman citizen. I need to be tried in Rome. That means that he had to go and face the emperor, Caesar. He would rather do that than stay into a small community where he knew the people hated him. So he asked to be transferred, and you know what? Those authorities wanted to get rid of him, so they said, fine, we'll send you off to Rome, because being a Roman citizen had a lot of power to it. So now he's going to be transferred from one prison to another. Boys and girls, I want you to imagine with me what it would be like for this man, Paul, to be placed on a cargo ship and moved from one community to another to face the emperor. Come with me. Look at the weather. It's a perfect day. The sky is blue. The ocean is nice and smooth, even though that man, Paul, said that this is not a good time of year to travel on the ocean. What does he know? He's only a preacher. I'm a sailor. I know good weather. Okay, so bring on the cargo, my crew. Okay, I don't want you guys to get nervous, but we do have some prisoners at the bottom of this ship. But it will be fine today. You know that one prisoner, his name was Paul? He was trying to tell us that we should not be sailing. After all, he says, everybody knows that when you go on the ocean, you should go between the spring, the summer, and the beginning of fall. And this is wintertime, but He doesn't know what he's talking about. And look at that sky. It's a beautiful day. I think we'll be fine. First mate, can you go check on my prisoner? That Paul doesn't know what he's talking about. After all, I've sailed the ocean for many years. What's this? Dear sailors, I'm feeling a little green around the gills today. That means he's not feeling too good. Uh-oh. So I won't be able to sail the ship. This is from the captain. So I'm selecting, oh no, me, because you know what to do. So take charge. Have a fun voyage, and thanks for your help. Oh no, that means that today I'm the captain of the ship. Oh my word. Well, that's fine. Hoist the sails. Pull up the anchor. Swab the deck.
All clean.
All right. Aye, aye, Captain. Thank you, guys. Okay, now where's the keys? I need to start the engine. Oops, I forgot. I don't think there was an engine in those days. I think that the ships had to sit and wait for the air to pick up, and there is no wind yet. That means we just have to sit here because we are hopeless without any wind. And we're stuck in the middle of the ocean. So, while we're waiting, let me tell you a story about when I was a little girl, about your age, and I had a situation where I felt powerless. I went to Bible school just like you are, and we had a big contest. And the contest had a great big reward at the end if you could memorize a whole bunch of Bible verses. Well, that's exactly what I did, and I won this prize. And the prize was a little bird. He was about this big. His name was Pipsy. He was a parakeet. Now, you know, parakeets sometimes are yellow, sometimes they're green, and sometimes they're an aqua blue. My Pipsy was green and had the cutest little white on his face and little black specks. And he was smart as anything. We trained him. We would open the cage door and he would come out and fly around. And if we said sit, he would come and sit on our shoulder. If we held out a finger like this, he would come and sit on our finger. If we said, give me a kiss, we could pull him close to our cheek and he would peck at our cheek like he was giving us a kiss. He was so smart. He could also talk. We taught him to say, hello, baby, hello, baby. I loved my Pipsy. One morning, I remember when my sister and I were getting ready for school. She was in the kitchen and I was in the dining room. I let Pipsy out of the cage. He was flying around. He was having a great time. Because, you know, he needed to have exercise, too. Well, my sister left the kitchen and came into the dining room. And you would think that would be fine. But Pipsy noticed her, and he went to fly on her because he wanted to sit on her shoulder. But there was a problem. There was a door between the kitchen and the dining room that swung when you pushed it. It swung open, but it would come back on its own. And my sister didn't know that Pipsy was flying after her. So when Pipsy went flying to sit on her shoulder, she went back into the kitchen and she made it fine. But Pipsy didn't make it. I felt so hopeless. Here was my favorite pet. Have you ever had a bad situation like that happen to you? Maybe something happened in your life and you felt, oh, I just don't know how to handle this. Maybe you had a fight with your best buddy and you didn't know what you did wrong, but you don't know how to fix it. Maybe your family decided they had to move to a different area, and so you were stuck because you didn't want to leave your best buds in the school and start all over again. Well, I'll tell you what, life can be pretty tough, but we need to remember that Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. no. Did you feel that? I think the wind's picking up. Let me see. Yes, it is. Okay, I think we can start on our voyage now. So we can go to Rome with our prisoners and our cargo. Well, let's see what's going to happen now. Can you go downstairs and check on the prisoners and make sure that they're doing okay?
Aye.
Well, thank you. Oh, no, this is from Paul. Paul's one of the prisoners downstairs. Paul says he talked with his God, and his God said, it's not a good trip for us to take. He said that our ship and our cargo is all going to be lost, but then he has some positive thing to say. He says that no lives will be lost. That means we'll all be saved. But the ship, I mean, did you feel that? Uh-oh, look at the sky, it's turning black. And oh, did you feel the rain coming down? Of course, and look, where's the land? We don't even see the land anymore. Oh my goodness, I think we're in for some trouble. Paul said that an angel came and spoke to him and told him that we will make it. So, men, eat up because you're going to need your strength. I'm going to protect myself. Well, now I feel better, but oh my goodness, look, it's getting worse. The sky's getting darker, and look, if the wind's picking up, the waves are coming in. Oh my goodness, do you feel that? Boys and girls, we need your help. We need you to lean to the port, lean to the left, to keep our ship from keeling over. Oh no, now we need to lean to the right, which is starboard. Can you help us? Oh my goodness, we're having a horrible day on the ocean. You know what? I think that Paul was right when he said that we probably should not be sailing here, but the weather's getting so much worse. Oh my goodness, we may have to lose the ship like that Paul guy said. So let's try to make the ship as light as possible. Take the cargo and throw it overboard. Mate Josiah, put the anchor down so that we can try to stabilize the ship. Oh my goodness, you know what? And I don't see any land because I wanted to get the ship close to land so that we wouldn't have to swim so far if we have to abandon the boat.
We're probably going to have to swim for it.
We probably will. Oh, did you hear that? The ship is breaking up. Oh my goodness. You know what happens? If those prisoners get loose, I'm going to be killed. So the rule book says that I should kill all the prisoners on the boat. But I kind of like that Paul. He's the only one that's been talking to his God. He's the only one that seems to know what's going to happen. So I don't think I'm going to kill all the prisoners. I think I'm going to let them try to fend for themselves, just like you and I will. So I think we have to abandon ship because it's breaking up and the weather's getting worse. And Paul said none of us will die. So on 3, I want you to jump off the ship. 1, 2, freeze. Remember, we were just pretending. We were just acting out what it would be like to be on the ship when Paul was being transferred from one prison to the other. But you know what the Bible tells us? Not one person on that ship died. They all made it to safe ground, and they were rescued. Even though they lost all their cargo, the ship was broken up into pieces, God kept his word because Jesus' power can give us hope. And Paul never lost his hope. So, if you have troubles in your life, if you have storms that come in and you have problems that you don't know how to resolve, remember what we learned today from Psalm 31:24. Be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord, because we know that Jesus' power can give us hope.
Trust Jesus.
Yes. Bye, boys and girls. I think you have to go to the next station now. You can come back tomorrow and we'll have another 100% true story right from the Bible. See you later. Bye-bye.